Another example, which is quite often mentioned, which is related to the mind and body connection, is in the story of Surah Yusuf. Now we know that Yaqub alayhi salam, he went through a lot of grief in his life to what happened to Yusuf. And he says, when some of these things he's finding out what happened to Yusuf alayhi salam, he says, Allah says, وَتَوَلَّ عَنْهُمْ وَقَالَ يَا أَسَفَ عَلَى يُوسُفَ وَابْيَضَّتْ عَيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْحُزْنِ فَهُوَ كَظِيمٌ. So Yaqub alayhi salam, it says he turned away, he turns away from his sons, and he says, like, woe is to me, or sorrow upon me, regarding Yusuf. So I am incredibly sad because of Yusuf. And then Allah says, his eyes become white from sadness, from grieving. And the reason that it was done is because he was feeling so much internal grief, and he literally swallowed it down. And so when he swallowed it down, it had this effect that it made his eyes white, as they say, and this means faqada basara. It means that he lost his eyesight. Now, how in the world could somebody lose their eyesight due to just grieving over something? Well, because of that mind-body connection. Because many times what we think directly affects our mood. Think of, I tell people this story about my dad. When many of our parents were growing up, they had intense tests. It's like, you have like 20 tests, and if you don't pass it, you don't go on to the next year. He was having tremendous stomach pains. He couldn't hold anything in. And my grandmother called the doctor, said, you need to see what's going on with my son. And the doctor said, I've checked him out. He's a healthy young boy. I don't know what's going on. And then he said, wait, hold on a second. Isn't it exam time? And my grandmother said, yes. And so he said, he's fine. Just wait till it's done. As soon as the exams were done, he was totally back to normal. Why? Because he had so much anxiety. He was so concerned. He didn't have techniques or anything to deal with it. It's all started to build up, just like in Yaqub alayhi salam, and it caused this outward reaction. So when we don't express ourselves in a healthy sort of way, then we will feel the same way physically as well. So it really is this whole connection. The body, we can't just put it in compartments. The mind is here, and the body is here, and the soul is here. They're all connected. So this is just another example of how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us about the importance of this connection, and how we should be aware of this.